Good morning. I just came back from work. I woke up at around 4:30 and then had work at 6 to 10. So I'm back here to change because we got practice. So this will be a fun day of training. I'll show you, what my training is like, what foods I eat, and what my day is. Although my day is a little busy with lab and like all this stuff, so I might forget to record things, which sucks. But I'll try my best for you guys because I know you guys want to see what I do in my days as an athlete, as a student, as a part-time worker, and all this stuff that just takes up all my time. So let's get to the track. I just finished the last rep and I think it went pretty good, and that's just because I think I focused more on my quality than the quantity. So I was able to actually not worry about I have to save energy, which means it prevents me to focus on other things. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot of reps or it's not hard. It doesn't feel bad on my legs right now. I just want to be safe with my workouts, especially with me having minor injuries to deal with. So I just want to be safe, but also emphasize that I run 60 meters and 100 meters. I don't do anything over 200, which means I don't really necessarily need to do anything more than 200 meters or even at 200 meters. Like my training now has just been solely 100, 150s, that's it. I do have to call my friend right now, so I'll see you guys back at home. Okay, so it's actually the next day. Yesterday I trained like you saw, and then I came back home, then I had to go to lab. And of course I couldn't record in lab. It was 4 hours long doing CBDC stuff, or chemical process dynamic controls. That's what CBDC stands for. And after that, it was just, I don't know, I just was brain dead. I was awake for a while and nothing was really going on in my life. So today I'm going to class. As you can see, look at my fit. And I just been wondering, I've been thinking about, well, first of all, I keep forgetting to attach my microphone to my phone because I have a wireless microphone that I should be using. Oh geez, that I should be using, but I'm not a really big fan of the audio quality. Maybe I just put it at the wrong distance from my mouth, but I'll try to use it again to, have better quality, better microphone quality for you guys. And I feel like my vlogs are more just me rambling, and part of this is for me to practice, fluid thinking, making sure I articulate my thoughts correctly, but also minimizing my errors. Because whenever I do my sit-down talks, I have so many errors that I have to repeat myself, repeat the same things, or I might have said something the wrong way that I didn't want to make it seem like the right way. I don't know if that made sense, which is why I'm talking to you guys like this. And I know that a lot of you want me to do raw videos where it is unedited or maybe mildly edited. But the thing is that I make a lot of mistakes, and I feel like it is a little awkward to talk to you guys when I mess up so many times. It becomes, I don't know, whenever I look at my footage of myself and I make, tonality errors, speech errors, I just cringe. And I'm like, damn, why am I talking this way when I can make it better if I talk this way? Why am I making so many errors in my speech? Why is there emphasis on a word when it makes it sound weird? Or why is there a gap of silence? And that is my biggest problem of judgment. I think although I can make raw, unedited videos, where I'll talk to you guys about my experiences and what things you could do better about yourself, I will still edit my errors, but I won't have hyper edited videos like my sit down videos just yet. And as I keep doing these kind of videos, this vlogging, but also talking to you guys about my thoughts about things, I'll start to decrease my editing. Plus, it makes my life easier if I don't have to edit a lot of things. But this also takes a lot of practice to freely talk, articulating my thoughts correctly, speaking correctly, and making sure I am pronouncing things correctly. Also, I stumble on my words a lot. Maybe that's just my mental state, but if you are struggling with talking, especially public speaking or talking to other people, one of the biggest things, you can probably tell right now what I'm doing, is that I need to slow down. One of the things that I've noticed is that if I have high energy, of course, I'm hyperactive, things start to increase my heart rate, my thought process. But when that happens, although it's a good thing, when that happens, it becomes a negative thing. Because although your brain is running, but when you have to communicate it to other people, it becomes harder. And that is when you start to stumble upon yourself. I forgot what the word is called. Like stuttering. I think I stutter a lot just because I have one thought, but then another thought comes in. Then I try to talk so fast, which becomes, I stumble upon my words. So as you can tell throughout this video, I've been trying to talk slower and emphasize my words a lot more. I don't know if you guys can tell from my sit down videos, but I also try to do that as well. And I've always wanted feedback from other people about how I talk or how I can improve. But I've realized that I can do this myself. Although I cringe at watching myself through these videos, I can take notes on what I can improve on myself. I can talk a little slower at this part. I can emphasize more on this. I can articulate it a little better at this point. So then next time when I record another sit down video, I can make it better. And I've been doing this for 2 years, and I think I lost myself, or at least wanted to give myself feedback and taking the initiative to do my own analysis, especially of myself, at least a year ago when I was broke as hell. I still am. I'm still trying to create things, and I just wanted quantity. Although quantity is great, you have to realize that you have to analyze what you make. Although you can have a tremendous output, I know a lot of people like Alex Hormozy, they want you to make quantity. Quantity first, so you learn how to make things better, more efficient. But the thing is that the things that I create, especially sit down videos to vlogs, they're both different. And in order for you to improve your content, although if you're a beginner, doing the same thing over and over again helps you, be more efficient and makes you learn how to make it better. Sometimes, or not sometimes, but I think you reach a certain point where you start to need feedback, because you get into the bad habits, the things like, I think I reached the point where I don't need to learn anymore. So then you don't look back at yourself or look at other people's videos to compare and learn from them. So I think within this year, I've noticed that the quality of my content has just been the same. Although I want to have more edits, or I want better footage quality because I'm still on my phone, or better audio quality, I fail to realize that need feedback. And I know a creator that I've listened to told or said to in one of his videos is that in order to get better at something, in order to improve on something, you also need feedback. There's practice, but also you need feedback to make it better. Because sometimes you are diluted or you're separated from yourself, or you're separated from knowing what to improve on just because you became acquainted to it. It's like being comfortable. You're comfortable of making the same stuff because you think it is at its peak. And as humans, we also become lazy, so we don't want to, do analysis. What can I make it better? And keep doing this, year after year after year. But as you listen to this, I want you to think to yourself, what can I improve on? What have I failed to stop improving on? For me, I think I could have improved on my political knowledge, not relying on media, social media, or even my friends, because their ideas can come from social media or other outlets. So it's hard to know what the truth is unless you do your own research. Of course, the truth can be manipulated through whatever sources that you take out of, but at least you've done your initiative, you've done yourself a favor of doing the due diligence to learn it yourself. So, as I close off this day, as I begin going to my classes within 15 minutes, I want you guys to evaluate your life. Find something that you can improve on. It could be your fitness. You might have just been doing the same workouts, the same reps, same sets, same weights for the past month. I want you to look at it and see what you can improve within your fitness. One of the things I like to stress upon, especially as an athlete, as someone who loves, weightlifting and exercise in general, I want you to start doing progressive overload. Or if you don't know what it is, you slowly increase the weights within a week or 2 week time period. So if you've been doing the same weights for the past 3 weeks, I suggest you to increase your weights at least 2.5 to 5 pounds. Doesn't have to be a lot, but it just has to be a little bit, because if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you're not going to go anywhere, especially if you don't have feedback or you don't have the mindset that you can always improve on something. And I get it that sometimes you are swallowed into a pit where you feel like you can't get out of it, so you just accept you accept the way that things are. You can grow a lot. Anything that you think you can do, you can do a lot more. You don't have a limit. A lot of us put limits on ourselves. So think upon your life. It could be fitness, wealth, health, or even academics. You are always learning. Life is all about learning. So find something that you can improve on. If you want help with finding something to improve on, I can do a live audit for you. Just sign up with the link down below for free, and I'll help you. But anyways, I have to do some homework before class, so I'll see you within the next video. Remember to go find something and improve it. I'll see you in the next video.